Hi, my name is Tom Waddell. I've been in baseball for about 40 years. Played 5 years in the major leagues, played about 5 years in the minor leagues as well as college. Past 20 years I've been here in Tucson, Arizona running a baseball school called The Yard, working with kids of all ages. Matter of fact, I have clients from 8 years old all the way up to 80 years old. In my time here working with baseball players, coaches, and parents, I've developed a process, sort of a routine to teach baseball from the ground up. Something that kids, parents, and coaches can use, help them to understand what they're trying to accomplish, make it easy for them to remember, and end up with a successful outcome. We're here today with Jake to start talking about basic beginner hitting. Now, one of the things that I believe in when you're building a swing, when you're teaching a young hitter how to hit properly, is you want to build a routine. Routines are simple. It's stuff we do every day. They usually involve steps. So the first step that we're going to talk about today with building a routine for hitting is how to grip the bat properly. Jake, let me have your bat for a sec. What I want you to do, Jake, is knock on this bat like you're knocking on a door. Now with your other hand. Now without hurting yourself, go ahead and punch the bat. And again. So what we've established is that you have two different kinds of knuckles. We have knuckles for knocking and knuckles for punching. What I want you to do is grip the bat in your knocking knuckles. And if you can see, we have his knocking knuckles all lined up in a straight line. What it allows a hitter to do is to start his swing properly using the knob of the bat as opposed to the barrel of the bat. Now, an easy way for young hitters to check and see if they're gripping the bat properly is to simply take your two pointing fingers and point them straight away from your body. Go ahead and do that, Jake. And as you can see, the fingers are going straight away from him. If they're straight out from your body, your grip is proper, you have a good start on your swing. Now that we established how to grip the bat properly, we're going to start building a process, a routine that hitters use each time they walk into the batter's box. So what I like to do is start off first of all with the bat on the shoulders for the young hitter. What this does is establish a really good bat angle that you want to keep throughout your whole process of your swing. So by keeping it on the shoulder, the hitter always knows where his bat is. Doesn't have to worry about is he whipping it around like some of those guys in the big leagues. He keeps it on the shoulder, it's stable, it's a great starting place. First thing we want to look at with Jake is his feet. We're going to build the process from the ground up. When you hit, you have to hit from the ground up, so we start the process the same way. Jake's feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. We want to see both toes pointing right, a straight line from toe to toe at the pitcher, and both toes pointing right at home plate. So Jake's going to check his feet, so go ahead and check your feet in a good balanced position. Bat still on your shoulder. As we work up, next place from the feet is his knees. Jake's going to do a little bit of a knee flex, make sure he's in a nice athletic position, and he's balanced, athletic, and set to hit. As we work on up the line, we have feet, we have knees. Next thing is hands. We're going to do another quick check of the grip to make sure his grip is still proper. So go ahead and push your wrists in, put your finger out and make sure they're there, bat back on your shoulder. As you work up his body, the next place we come to is his mouth. And one of the most important parts of hitting, pitching, fielding, doesn't matter, is being relaxed. The easiest way to relax a young athlete is to take a deep breath. Allows him to focus, flush out all the other thoughts that are outside of baseball and focus on what he's trying to accomplish. So we go feet, knees, hands, now take a deep breath. Okay? And at this point right now, hitter is ready to go. He's waiting for the pitcher to make his first move, and as soon as the pitcher starts his process, our hitter will start our process. The work we've done so far is we've established what Jake, the young hitter, has to do prior to the pitcher beginning his process. What we're going to talk about now is what happens once the pitcher starts to throw the ball. When the pitcher goes into his motion, what does a hitter do in order to be prepared? Hitting's broken down into three basic parts. One part is the preparation before the pitcher throws. The other part, the second part, is what happens as the pitcher's in the process of throwing. And the third part is hitting the baseball. If you do the first two early, you get them out of the way, hitting the baseball is as simple as seeing the ball and swinging the bat. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk a little about the timing of what the hitter does in order to get in sync with the pitcher. So we're going to have our pitcher start his motion, so go ahead and lift your hands. Pitcher lifts his hands, the hitter simply lifts his bat. So again, let's start that again. Let's put it down, bat on the shoulder. We're going to check feet, knees, grip, deep breath and relax. Now the pitcher starts his motion, hands go up, Hitter's hands follow. Real simple. Now in this position right now, the hitter is not loaded. He's just simply in a position that he's ready for the next stage. Now as the pitcher goes through with his windup, you're going to see him go and take a step towards the hitter. And at the same time, when the pitcher's foot hits the ground, the hitter responds by taking a step forward and loading his bat back. Okay, so now we have bat lifted, bat loaded and ready to hit. You can see Jake's balance right now, slightly on his back foot. Real athletic stance, head in a great position seeing the pitcher. Now as the pitcher's hips start moving forward to throw the baseball, that's when Jake starts his lower body, his hands start dropping down and he gets ready to hit. From this point on, he's going to see the ball and simply deliver the bat to the baseball. Now that we've established how that timing goes and how the tempo and rhythm working with the pitcher, it's almost like a dance. When the pitcher moves, the hitter responds with the proper motion. Let's talk a little about what those movements are that the hitter's doing. So again, we're going to go right back to the beginning because we're building a routine. First thing we're going to do is check his feet, make sure his feet are in the right spot. Work up, knees, hands, check the grip. Take a deep breath and relax. Again, relaxing is such an important part of hitting. Now when the pitcher moves, Jake's simply going to lift his bat. And what you want to do as a coach or a dad or even a player is to make sure you maintain that good bat angle. If you notice from Jake's shoulder to where he starts, bat's at about a 45-degree angle. He's in a great position to start his swing from right here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do what I call step and load. So as the pitcher steps towards the hitter is going to step towards the pitcher and bring his bat back. Now what we're looking to accomplish here is to get separation from his hands and his front foot. That's where you're going to get your power, that's where you're going to achieve your bat speed, that's where the bat quickness is going to come from. Good separation between hands and front foot. The next move is a little more complex, and this is what a lot of young hitters struggle with. And that's when they start to hit the ball. Up to this point, everything that we've done happens before the ball is in the air. The next things we're going to talk about is when the ball is in the air, what does the hitter do? So as the pitcher goes to throw, pitcher moves his hips, the hitter is going to simply start by driving his back knee down and getting his back elbow down into this position. Now if you can see what he's doing, we're starting to lead the swing with the butt of the bat, with the knob of the bat. We're staying inside the ball, so the bat's going to go right towards the ball. It's going to turn here, and you're going to see we have good what's called bat lag. This is where your bat speed comes from. From this position, Jake can still stop his swing. So if he sees the ball at this point and it's not a strike, at this point in time, he still has the ability to stop his swing. What you'll see a lot of young hitters do, relax Jake and go back, they will start their swing from back here. Go ahead and take your step and start your swing. And they'll start from way back here. This is called bat drag. Once Jake is in this position, it's almost impossible to stop a swing. So what a lot of young hitters do is they start out here. The pitch is not a strike or not what they're expecting. There's no way they can stop their swing. They go ahead and swing at a bad pitch. Easy way to make out swinging at bad pitches. So again, in the proper position, Jake lifts, he loads, he drives his hand back, good bat lag, and you can see that bat's tucked way back in this position here. Allows him to start his swing but not commit to the ball. Next move is simple. We drive the knob of the bat over his front foot. We strike the baseball out here, right out in front of the plate. Then point at the pitcher with the barrel of the bat and finish with a nice, high, balanced finish. What I want to talk a little about now is the importance of all the parts of the swing, all of the elements of the swing. A lot of young hitters that I work with feel that the baseball is where the swing ends. So in other words, they make contact and that's where they shut their swing down, they stop it, and they don't follow through, they don't have the big, high finish like Jake had at the end of the last swing. The reason that's important is acceleration and deceleration. If you stop your swing at the baseball, you're decelerating or slowing down prior to hitting the baseball. You're not going to drive it as far. You're not going to have the good bat speed. If you accelerate through the ball and finish with a big high finish, you're accelerating all the way to and through the baseball, finishing up, driving the ball further, getting a lot better results. So I want to just kind of look at that one more time. We're going to start at the beginning. Again, this whole thing is a process. It's a routine. I'm going to check Jake's feet, check his knees. Next thing is his hands and his grip. Take a deep breath, nice and relaxed. When the pitcher moves, we're going to lift the bat. When the pitcher steps, we're going to step. As the pitcher goes to throw the ball, Jake's right knee is going to drive to the ground. His back heel is nice and high, elbow down, Knob of the bat is the first thing that moves to the baseball. We always want hips before hands, but we always want the knob of the bat before the barrel. As the swing goes on, you're going to see the knob go over his front foot, striking the ball out in front of him. Great position on his back foot right here. Point at the pitcher with the barrel of the bat, and a nice high finish. Again, you can see that in that swing, hitting the baseball is only the middle part of the swing. It's not the end of the swing. Good follow through, good power, great balance. You can see Jake's head slightly behind where point of impact was. His chest is behind his front knee. His knee is behind his front foot. So we're in a great position right here to strike a baseball and do it in a consistent fashion over and over and over. One last thing before we move on is there is more than one right way of doing this. There's a good foundation to build. These elements that we've gone over are the foundation you want to follow, but everybody's swing might have little peculiarities that are different, little things that are unique to the player. You don't want to take those away from the player. You want to allow their natural athleticism to come through the swing, but you want to make sure the foundation is there. And again, feet, knees, hands, deep breath, knob of the bat inside the baseball, strike the ball, point at the pitcher, nice high finish. We can allow some unique parts to it, but we want to make sure the bases are covered each time. What I want to talk about now is the 3 S's of hitting. Again, for young hitters, we want to make this simple. We want to make it something that they can repeat over and over and over again. The 3 S's are a really easy and simple way of reminding young hitters what they want to do when they step into the batter's box, how to relax, and how to do the same thing over and over and over. If we repeat the same movements, and they're the proper movements, the chances are we're going to have a successful at bat. If every time you step into the batter's box you do something different, really hard to be a consistent hitter. So the 3 S's of hitting, pretty simple stuff. It's set it, set the bat, set your body. See it, see the baseball. Swing it, swing the bat and hit the baseball. So it's set it, see it, swing it. And what that would look like, again, we're going to go through the whole process and routine. Jake, if you could, check your feet. Check your knees, check your grip, good deep breath, lift your bat. Now from this point is where the set it happens. So when the pitcher gets ready to throw, he winds up and he rears back to get ready to throw. Jake is going to simply set his bat. This is the set it part. Now the key here is to have a sharp mind. Your eyes are wide open, you're waiting to see the baseball, but you want to have a very relaxed body. We want to be short and quick to the baseball, and the easiest way to accomplish that is to be relaxed. Sharp mind, relaxed body. Set it, see it. So now before we can swing the bat, the next thing Jake has to do is to see the baseball. The only way he can see the baseball is for it to be released by the pitcher. So once it's in the air, that's when the process of hitting starts. So many young hitters make outs by starting their swing before the ball's in the air. They're swinging at something they don't know of. They're guessing. If we anticipate a pitch, we're guessing at it. When you guess, you don't have a good result. What I want hitters to do is I want them to know, I want them to react to the baseball. You react to the baseball when you see it. So from this position right here, Jake will see the baseball. Once he sees it in the air, identifies whether it's a strike or a ball, identifies if it's a fastball or an off-speed pitch, he then starts his hitting process accordingly. It's a way we can make sure young hitters see the ball before they swing it. It's the 3 S's of hitting: set it, see it, and swing it. When attempting to hit a ball, one of the primary mistakes young hitters make is they think hitting the back centerpiece of the ball is where the ball is going to go furthest and they're going to hit the ball the best. Unfortunately, when they do that, that creates a round, long swing to the baseball. So in an effort to have the shortest, most compact swing of the bat to the ball, we want to hit what's called the inside of the ball. Let me demonstrate real quick. Jake, let's go ahead. Sit up your feet, check your feet, your knees, your grip, deep breath, lift your bat. Now step and load. Start your squish, right to there. Now as Jake comes into the ball, if we stop right here, the closest piece of baseball to his bat right now is located right on that upper inside piece. The shortest point between, or the shortest distance between 2 points is going to be a straight line. So we want to hit that straight line. So as Jake rotates his bat inside, he hits the inside piece of the baseball. And if you follow the path of the bat, it's a shortest, quickest swing right into the ball. Watch what happens when he tries to hit the back of the ball. His bat comes around. Notice all that distance right there. What that distance equates to is late in the swing, having to start the swing too early, guessing at pitches and missing the ball. So we want to have a nice short compact swing, driving your hands in, squish, hands inside. There's the ball, bat's close to it. Right there we hit out and through the ball and drive a good line drive. Okay, once we've established the basics of a good swing, the elements, we've gotten a good routine, we have our feet, knees, hands, deep breath, good process to the swing. We know what to do now once the pitcher is getting ready, once he starts to throw the ball and when the ball's in the air, how to hit the ball properly. Now we have to talk about how to use that swing. One thing is having the swing, the other is how to use the swing. So what we're working here is timing. To me, the definition of timing for a hitter is how to put the bat in the same space as the ball when the ball is there. Probably you'll see a lot of young hitters, they have great swings but no timing. So all they do is look good striking out. Then you might see other hitters who have horrible swings but great timing. Those guys might hit the ball when they're young, but as they mature and the pitching gets better, that's going to change. So what we're going to work with Jake is a simple little drill. All you need is a bucket, a hitter, and some baseballs. And basically we can simulate the timing of a pitching motion with the hitter. So let me show you how that works. We're simply going to have our hitter standing in the batter's box. We're going to be about a foot off the plate, slightly in front of the plate where you can deliver the ball. Now for the coach, what the real important part here is to make sure you deliver the ball in a consistent fashion every time. So Jake, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the baseball, one. At this point in time, you're going to lift the bat off your shoulder like you would in a game. Now I'm going to drop the ball down to this place, two. And when the ball gets to that spot, you're going to take your step and load. And the next thing is the ball is going to come up out of my hand, and when the ball's at the top of its flight, you're going to hit a good line drive. Go ahead and relax for a second. So again, what it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Now for coaches and dads, what this allows you to do is to simulate a pitcher's motion. All pitchers' delivery have the same tempo each time they throw the ball. If we can teach a young hitter how to work with the rhythm and tempo of my soft toss, it becomes really easy for them in the course of a game to do the same thing and time the pitcher. So let's go ahead and give this a try. So what I want to do, Jake, is we're going to check your feet, check your knees, your grip, point those fingers out, make sure we're in good position. We're going to take a deep breath and relax. Now when I show you the ball, you'll lift your bat, lower the ball, you're going to step, and then you're going to swing and hit the ball. You ready? So it's 1, 2, 3. Nice and simple, just like that. Okay, let's go over that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Good balance, you're okay. And one more time. 1, 2, 3. Now what we want to have the hitter do in a perfect world is to hit the ball at the top of the flight of the baseball, right when the ball is transitioning between going up and going down. And what that allows you to do in this drill is to teach the hitter how to hit the ball just in front of the plate. If that ball is starting to travel down, that's a case of where the ball is getting too deep in the strike zone and the hitter's going to come around the ball and use their wrists too much. If they hit the ball when it's still in the process of going up, that's when they're going to lunge out here and get it. So what we want to do is to show the hitter how to hit the ball right at the perfect time, which is the exact same thing as you're going to get when the ball is delivered from the mound. So let's do this one more time. Nice and relaxed, feet, knees, grip, deep breath. 1, 2, 3. And there ends up with a really good line drive, great balance finish, and good swing. Throughout the lesson so far, we've tried to be consistent with the way we approach our stance in the batter's box. We're creating a routine. Part of that routine is controlling your body. Remember, if you have control of your body, it's easy to control the baseball bat. If you control the baseball bat, it's easy to hit the ball. Consistency, control, having a good routine is the basis for creating all that. Next drill we're going to do is we're going to kind of go back a little bit to our 3 S's. If you remember the 3 S's of hitting, set it, see the ball, swing the bat. Okay? So we're going to work a drill where we're going to help Jake kind of understand how that process works of set it, see it, and swing it. So Jake, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the ball just like in the previous drill. When I do, you're going to lift your bat. Go ahead and lift. When I go to step, you're going to load. And when I release the ball, you're going to swing. But in this drill, you're not going to know when I release the ball. I might do it on the first time. I might do it on the second time. I might not release the ball. So what I want to see you do is to learn how to set and then relax in that position right here. Nice relaxed position so that when the ball leaves my hand, you explode and you drive the ball to the outfield. Okay, so let's try it. So right here, nice and relaxed. Check your feet, your knees, your hands. Deep breath. Okay, lift your bat and set. And so you stay right there. Now as a coach, the ability to hold that ball and to leave the hitter into that relaxed position allows the hitter to understand what it feels like to be ready to hit the ball, but without guessing or anticipating before the pitch is thrown. I should be able to fake the ball 3 or 4 times, and Jake will be in a relaxed but ready position to hit it. So let's try one. I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to throw it. You be ready, and you drive the ball to the outfield. Ready? Feet, knees, hands, deep breath. Lift your bat, and set. Stay right there. Stay, and now drive the ball. Just like that. Now you can see Jake was in a ready position. He didn't guess or anticipate. He waited to see the ball from my hand, and then he put a great balanced swing on it. Notice he's in complete control of his body. He controlled the bat, and he drove the ball right just like he's supposed to. Let's do that one more time. Okay, check everything. Nice and relaxed, deep breath. Lift. Set, right there. Stay. And we drive the ball. Good balanced swing. Now as you work this drill with younger hitters, you can add elements to this drill, because in addition to the 3 S's, there can be a 4th S, which sometimes is just as important. And that S is stop. And what we mean by that is we set the bat, set the body. We see the ball, but if it's not a strike, we stop the swing. So it's set it, see it, stop it. So I'll show you how as a coach you can practice that. So get yourself ready. Okay. Deep breath, lift, set. Right there, nice relaxed position. And as a coach, all you do is just throw the ball down. And you can see Jake was in a position to hit the ball. He was ready to hit it, but when he identified that it wasn't a strike, he stopped his swing. Young hitters learning how to stop their swing sometimes can be as important as learning when to start it. If we stop our swing when the pitch is not a strike, we don't swing at balls, we only swing at strikes. Again, we're maintaining control of the situation, and we're going to have a much more successful at bat by swinging at only strikes. Our last step is going to be how do we get repetitions. The secret of becoming a good hitter is swinging the bat as many times as you can, but the key is quality swings. Remember, it's always quality over quantity. So many times I see young hitters swing the bat over and over and over again, but they're practicing bad habits. They're not swinging the bat the way they're supposed to. If you notice, the drills that we've done so far don't require a lot of expensive equipment. A bucket of baseballs, a bat and a hitter. Maybe a screen if you can get one. That's really all you need to practice and become a good hitter. This could be for your team, for your individual, for your son in the backyard. Very simple way of doing this. Or your daughter in the backyard for that matter, since it is the same swing. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to practice a simple, repetitive motion that Jake can do over and over again. We can be close up where we can monitor how he's moving, that he's using his routine. Again, working on our timing and tempo of the pitcher. So all I have is a screen set up here. My hitter's about 15 feet in front of me. And I'm just going to throw some simple, easy, underhand soft toss to the hitter and allow him to repeat his swing over and over, trying to develop good, solid habits. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same technique, soft toss, the same consistent delivery so the hitter can get the timing and tempo of the pitcher. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Jake check his feet, his knees, his hands, nice deep breath. So I'm going to show him the ball. He's going to lift his bat, step, and hit. Very nice. Good balanced swing. Always remember as a young hitter, and coaches, parents, remember this, that the first muscle that shuts down when an athlete is nervous is his brain. When he gets nervous, he can't think of anything cheering, the parents cheering, the umpires are there, his teammates are on the bench, the opponents are on the other bench, and the last thing in the world he can do is think clearly. So if we can repeat this motion over and over, build a really good routine, the chances are muscle memory will kick in. Even though his brain won't know what to do, his body will know what to do. As soon as he makes a good swing and feels that bat hit the ball, everything relaxes, and then he's off to the races hitting the good ball. Ready? One more time. Lift, step, and hit. Just like that. Make sure you have a good screen because that one would have left a mark. Let's try it one more time. Lift, step, and hit. Very nice. So again, the key to making a good hitter is to build a solid routine. Give your hitter a foundation to work off of. Allow them to practice that routine over and over. Repeat it as a coach as many times as you can. Send them home with homework if you have to. Remember that routine. Feet, knees, hands, deep breath. Then on the coach's part, giving them as many repetitions as you can. I like the soft toss method because I can control things. I can repeat it. I can give them a ton of swings in a short period of time without needing a lot of space. Kind of the theme of our lessons today has been controlling your body to control the ball and to control the bat. When we're teaching fielding to young fielders, we want to also control the body. Makes it much easier if you're controlling your body and controlling your glove to field a ground ball. Consistency is the key. What you want to think about when you're putting your fielders into a good, consistent position is the shape of a triangle. And how we make a triangle for fielders is by using, we're going to use Jake to demonstrate, is using his glove and his feet to create the shape of a triangle. So Jake's going to be in a nice balanced position. Notice where his feet, knees are bent, heads up, back slightly bent. He's going to put his glove out first, and he's going to just simply lower that glove to the ground from that position. If you notice, we end up with the shape of a triangle between the glove and his 2 feet. His head is up to see the ball. His glove is out in front to allow him to adjust to a bad hop, to allow him to funnel a good ground ball into him, to allow him to attack a slow hit ground ball. One of the ways that you can get young fielders into this position so that they can comfortably field it is you can take a bucket and you simply put that bucket underneath and go ahead and sit on the bucket and put the glove out. And that's a really nice way of allowing the young fielders to see what it feels like for the position that they should be in. What I've seen a lot of is you see a lot of kids just simply put their head down and their glove straight into the ground, or they bend their knees too much, but this gets them into a really nice, comfortable position to then roll them some ground balls and allow them to feel what it feels like to be in control of their body, to be in a proper body position. Now that we've reviewed the basic fielding position as far as body parts, thinking about that triangle, getting the glove out in front of your body to adjust to a good bad hit baseball, even a good hit baseball, what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate the throwing motion that we worked on earlier along with the fielding motion. We're going to use Jake again, and Jake's going to start off with what I call the gunfighter position. See, his hands are by his hips. He's in a ready position. This is where the fielder is when the pitcher's in the process of throwing the ball. So when the pitcher's winding up, he's in this position. As the pitcher goes to deliver the ball, he does a creep. So he's going to go right, left, hands out in front. Now if the ball is hit to him, he's going to go right foot, left foot again to field the ball on the ground. And when he collects the ball up, right foot, left foot, and throw. So what we did there is we worked that right foot, left foot throwing mechanism that we worked earlier. We incorporated it with a good sound fielding position, and we have a whole process that does a couple things. It gets the fielder moving to the ball. It also cuts the distance down to the base that the fielder is throwing, gaining some momentum, shortening the throw, increasing accuracy, being aggressive towards the baseball. Just like in pitching and hitting, the more repetitions you can get your young ball players, the better. We want to get them on a field, fielding the ball as often as possible. One of the things that I've found is that I don't hit ground balls often to my fielders. I prefer to roll them. I prefer to have small controlled drills where I can increase the repetition, and I can also monitor their body position, their footwork, how they attack the ball, how they field the ball. One of the drills we use is real simple. We have our fielder taking his glove off, no glove whatsoever. Good low position, thinking about his triangle, getting his hand out. We have his teammate roll the ball sharply, and he rolls it right back. Keep going, just keep going right back as quick as you can, right back and forth. Stay in that position. What this does, in addition to repeating the motion, it also gets his legs used to feeling what it feels like to be in a good fielding position. It is not an easy position to stay in. A lot of young fielders avoid it because it's not comfortable. This drill forces him to be down, gets his legs in shape, and allows him to see what it feels like to do it. Another drill that we have, go ahead and stop, guys. Grab your glove, Jake. Very similar positions, again with a teammate, with a friend. Go ahead and get down in your fielding position. And what we're going to do here is we're going to throw short hops into Jake's glove, and he's going to be aggressive with his glove and attack through the ball. So just like that, again in a good fielding position, butt low, knees bent, head up. Notice he's in a good attacking position. Nice hands there, Jake. And he attacks the ball outward. A lot of coaches, a lot of old-time coaches like to teach a more passive glove position. I just feel sometimes with young players that doesn't work. I like to see players attack the ball with their glove, going through it, being real aggressive. So we work the center of his body. Hold on one second, Vinny. Then we turn your feet a little bit this side, and we go to the left side of his body. Go ahead. Okay, again, attacking glove on the outside of the body, just like that. Notice each time that he catches it, he brings the ball back into the center of his glove so he's ready to field and throw. One more from here, and then we're going to go to backhands. Now we're going to go to Jake's right side, and he's going to turn, and he's going to attack the ball again with his glove, just like that, in a good backhand position. Again, I like these drills because you can get a lot of reps, a lot of time, a lot of repeat motions, a lot of the same things, and you can encourage your players to learn how to do it without thinking. It's just as easy as that. One more time. Good job, guys. Once we've worked the basic infield positions, the proper fielding technique, where your body should be, done some nice repetitions close up to give the fielder a lot of times to touch the ball, we then want to create some opportunities for him to transition and move his feet, making good throws, fielding some different angled ground balls. I like to do this without hitting. We do this by rolling the baseball, allows us to get a lot more reps in, quality reps, where the coach can really control what the movements of his players are. First one we're going to do is from third base. We're going to roll the ball in front of the third baseman at an angle directly in line with first base. He's going to move his feet on an angle, transition his feet, make a good solid throw. Go ahead. All right, from there, running at the base, making a good throw. Let's come back and try that again. Okay? Angle the ball down. Good solid throw. Nice angle of his feet, nice angle of attack. Notice that he's consistently cutting the distance to the base, gaining ground on his target, allows him to make more accurate, solid throws. Now we're going to work one where we're going to go laterally to the left. He's going to transition his feet back into first base and make an accurate throw. Go ahead, Jake. A little more to the left on that throw if you could. All right. There you go. Lateral movement, transition, stands up. Notice how his feet go from moving side to side to moving towards first base so he can make a good, accurate throw. Right there, feet angle, there's his throw. Most errant throws come from bad footwork. If we can get our players, if you're a player, if you make good footwork, if you're not lazy with your feet, transition them into the proper position, making accurate throws is pretty simple. Next thing you're going to do, I'm going to cut in front of you, Jake. We're going to throw the ball right to him this time, and you're going to simulate it a backhand. And what we're going to do, ball's in the hand, fielder in a fielder position. He's going to take 2 or 3 accurate or hard steps, go down, then come up throwing. So let's see what it looks like, Jake. Ball in front of you. Move now. There you go. Down to the ground, get up, make an accurate throw just like that. Let's try it again. So we throw the ball right to the fielder, makes his move to the right, gets the ball, comes up, makes a good accurate throw. For a lot of young players, when they try to make that throw from the third baseline, they have a real difficult time getting it to the first baseman. It's a long throw. I have no problem teaching them how to bounce it on one hop. One of the keys to bouncing the ball to the first baseman is to make sure it bounces 10, 12 feet in front of him. Give that first baseman a chance to see the ball bounce up and catch it. What I see a lot of young players do, they try to throw the ball all the way, they short hop the first baseman misses it, third baseman gets an error. So when we're going to make that throw, you can bounce it, make sure we bounce it with plenty of room. Let's try the backhand one more time. Right to him, move hard to your right, come up, make a good throw right there. Nice job, Jake. One of the things that I find with young teams, young players in particular, they get greedy. They try to make the great play instead of just learning how to make the good play, the simple play, the easy play. As a coach, I just ask my team to get an out. Make the easy play in front of you, get an out. If we do that, we'll beat the other team. With that in mind, one of the drills that I like to work with my infielders, again, just rolling the ball, is really making sure that if there's a ground ball hit to my shortstop with a guy on first base, we make sure we get that out 100% of the time. So a simple drill to teach them how to transition the ball over. What we're going to do is we're going to work a drill where Jake's going to get the ball on the way to the second base. He's going to field it in front. He's going to put it into his bare hand. He's going to accelerate with his right foot as he throws and follow the ball all the way to the base. Let's see how Jake does it. Roll the ball, go get it, accelerate, following the ball. The idea here is to make a simple, easy, good play. Not necessarily a great one that we get it out, and one we deliver the ball to the second baseman in a very easy fashion. Let's try it one more time. Good. Over there, accelerate with your back foot, right to the base. Nicely done. As we move on with this, we want to probably do 8 to 10 reps every time you do this drill so that you can perfect this. This is an easy out, and we don't want to miss it. Next one we're going to do, the ball's going to be hit basically right at Jake. What he's going to do, he's going to clear his front side and make a nice game speed, simple throw to the second baseman. What you'll find is a lot of young players have a really difficult time making that short throw. Making the long, hard throw is easy. Making that short, easy throw is really hard. So by practicing it here, again, when your brain shuts down and you get nervous, muscle memory, repetition will allow you to get the easy out. So let's see how Jake does. Right at him, step back, nice simple throw. We deliver the ball to the second baseman in a fashion that he can handle easily. Let's try it again. Clears his front foot, simple throw right from there every time. What you'll see a lot of young players doing, if you're a young player, you'll find you might do this. They try to move their feet forward, and what happens, they end up decelerating their arm as they throw, and instead of making an accurate throw, they throw it to their feet or over their head. By clearing that front foot, you get to accelerate, make a good sharp throw, make it accurate. This time we're going to go into Jake's backhand. Nice firm throw to his backhand. You're going to see he's going to set his feet, step up, and make a good, accurate, short throw. Again, one more time with the backhand. Set his feet, good, accurate throw. Notice, not a lot of foot transitioning as far as moving. Good, stable core when we do this. Again, working that same theme of consistency and being in charge of your body, making sharp throws, accelerating through the throws, instead of decelerating their arms and making an inaccurate throw. One of the things when we're fielding the ball, a lot of repetitions, it gets a little bit dry, it gets a little bit boring. So we like to finish with something that's fun. So what we do is we do a Jeter play. Derek Jeter with the Yankees makes this play as good as anybody. So we throw the ball out into short left field. Player runs it down, he dives, he chases it, any way he can get it, turns on a dime and sees how accurate we can make the throw. So let's give one a go. There it is, go get it. Oh my gosh. How about that way to finish it right there? Good job, boys. Moving to second base now, one of the things I want the young fielders to pay attention to is that each of the stations that we've gone through involves a specific skill that's not necessarily unique to that position. It's a skill that helps them throw a ball to a teammate accurately, deliver a ball back to first base to get an out, knock a ground ball down in the proper fashion. So as we move around the infield, all of these drills pertain to each of the different positions. When we throw the ball underhand from shortstop to second base, that's just like the first baseman throwing the ball to the pitcher covering first base. So as we work on these drills, even though you might not be that position, learn each of these specific skills. They will help you be a better baseball player. What we're going to do now is work on some issues, some things we deal with at second base. First thing is going to be Jake is going to move towards home plate. Then he's going to cover second base, and he's going to send a nice little shuffle pass right over to second base. Let's see how it works. So he attacks the ball, gets it, flips the ball over, and if you notice, Jake moves off with his right foot as he goes towards the base, always stepping in the direction he's throwing. Let's try it one more time. And shovel it right over. That a boy, really nicely done. Okay, second drill we're going to do is involving the second baseman moving towards the bag. Ball hitting the hole. Again, he's going to move over sharply with his feet, get the ball, keep his nose down to the ground, make a nice accurate throw to the shortstop. Go ahead. Right out there. Stay low. Good accurate throw. One of the things we always want to focus on when we're delivering the ball to a teammate is making it easy for him to do his part of the play. Big part of these drills, making a good accurate throw that he can work with easily, make the next throw. Let's try it again. Keep it down, nice accurate throw, well done. Good. Now, as we move over more to the second base position, we're going to work on ground balls hit directly at the second baseman. Now, when second basemen throw to second base, they have two choices. One is field the ground ball, transition their feet, make an accurate throw, or field the ground ball, simply drop down to the left knee and make a good sharp throw. I like the second one because it allows you again to accelerate your arm, throw the ball a little harder from a lower position, making it easy for the shortstop to field the ball. Let's try them. First time, let's transition your feet. Transition your feet, good accurate throw, very well done. And one more time. Transition your feet, good accurate throw, attaboy. Now let's try one where he's going to drop down to his left knee, make a good sharp throw to the second base. There, drop, right there. If you watch how he does that, he's able to gather the ball into his body. That momentum allows him to twist his hips and make a good accurate throw. Right there, very nicely done. Now the last one that we're going to work on is going to be a ball hit to the second baseman's left side. And what he's going to do is simply transition his feet to the left. He's going to let the ball get slightly past him, leaving his glove out, stepping around the glove, and making an accurate throw to second base. Let's give that one a try. Goes and gets the ball, lets the ball get past him, turns and makes the throw. This is a real nice play when a ball's hit to your left side. By stepping around the ball, when your body comes back into position, you're facing directly at second base and the throw's simple. Try one more time. Over there, let it come around, step around, make a good accurate throw. Very well done. Nice job, boys.